tree lovers and meditation lovers, and those that are new here and those that have been with me for a while. So welcome. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Looks like I made it another day to be able to meditate outside with my plum tree. He's not attacking me this time, so that's nice, but we do have a little bit of a storm starting to brew up here, so we're meant to be having snow soon. But I'm here, and I am happy that you are here with me as well. You know, I wanted to take a quick little minute as well just to kind of talk with you about what I sit on when I'm outside, because it does make a difference as well. So sometimes I am out in the wilds and I really don't bring anything special with me at all for that. I'll use an extra jacket that I have or something. But when I'm in my backyard, this time what I have done, I'll just show you here. It's so nothing fancy whatsoever, but I have my Thermarest for camping, and then I just have a pillow and an extra sheet that I just need. I like to have my hips elevated just a little bit more. So that's what I use. You can use really anything. You can just sit on the grass as well, but since we're here with trees, the idea is to have a tree somewhere around you. I don't have any big enough that I can climb right now. Well, I have my apple tree. Maybe sometime I'll climb up my apple tree and we'll do this from up there in that. But we're going to talk about releasing pain again, physical pains in our body. And I know that we have done this recently. This is just another technique that I help people out with and that I really suggest. But right before we get into everything that we're doing with that, I want to do our very first meditation, the one where we just let go of everything else out there. Recently, and as you know, I'm in the US, so there has just been a lot of turmoil going on around here. And so let's do that right now. Be with your favorite tree, or just be with yourself right now, but take this time that you need for you. So close your eyes, take a couple of deep releasing breaths, and make sure that those breaths go all the way down into your belly and into your low back, and expand your hips. Really see that area as like the trunk of a tree, and then your legs are like the roots where you're connecting down with them further. Okay, so a couple deep breaths, letting go of that outside world, and breathing in to this moment and your pure perfection. More deep cleansing breaths into your low belly and into your lower back. And then slowly opening your eyes. It already feels better, doesn't it? I know my shoulders have released already. Just those couple minutes of letting go of that outside world and really centering myself right here, right now. So, again, as I've said, this is pain. We're going to be releasing pain in the body. So the first step is that you've already decided to be here. Perfect. Check that one off of your list. This first step is very monumental with it, so you've done it. Now, we've also let go of that outside world, so we are connected in with ourselves more now. That deep place of calm. Again, find a tree. This guy has been a lot of fun. He's going to be losing all of his leaves, and I didn't get all the plums off of it this time. Got a lot of them, but they're going through their shift. So connect in with that vital life force as well, and appreciate your surroundings, the trees that you're with, and even if you have to just look at a picture of one, but find and connect with one. Even if you only kind of like trees, they're gonna love you just the same. Okay. We've talked a little bit before about lifting your shoulders and allowing them to drop. That is another great way to release pain. So do that. And that's always a great compounding one to do for yourself. Now, let's go into identifying a bit more with the pain. And we're just going to use, since it's easier for me to show, just an elbow, for example. So when you're in your meditations or thinking about this, kind of expand your thinking out a little bit more with it, and not thinking, oh God, I hurt so bad, my elbow, ugh. Let's look at, what does it feel like? Is it warm? Is it cold? What other emotions that are in there with it? Every time you feel that pain, does it trigger something else, like an injury with it? And the best example of that one is, let's say your elbow was injured from a car accident, and you were hit by a blue car. We'll just go with that. So every time you see the color blue, then subconsciously you are reminded of, every time I see it, your brain is going into that thought process of, I got hurt because of that. So that is going to continually to compound on pain. So every time you see the color blue, that is going to bring about that pain. Okay, so what I'd like you to do with this next meditation is to just identify what is in there and really go in. And yeah, I do want you to go into that quote negative side of what the pain is, but let's see what else we can bring up. This would be a good time as well, that if you have a pen and paper, you might need to just quickly write a couple things down. If not, then you'll be fine. You'll remember what it is, you'll know, but I want you to go deep within yourself. And why is that pain there? What is that? If you consciously know it, then you're one step ahead. If not, then ask your subconscious, and it'll give you little hints. Okay, but if you get any type of sensation, any emotion with it, then that's the stuff that we need. Okay, so let's go into our next meditation and ask our subconscious mind, what else is associated with that pain? Okay, so let's go there. Close your eyes. A deep releasing breath. lovelies. Go ahead. Open your eyes. So what did you get out of that? You can always send me messages. I do record these in advance. Every once in a while I'll go live with you, but most times these are recorded in advance. But do send me messages. What did you get out of that? What does your equivalent of sore elbow, or if it is a sore elbow, what does it need? I hope that you got some really, really deep insight into that for yourself, because we are going to need that for what we're going to do next. So we don't always want it, or yes, we want to identify it, but we don't want to stop with that there. We want to take it to that next level, to not always focus on that negative aspect with it. There's that third law of motion by Isaac Newton. What is it? It's for every action there is an equal opposite reaction. So you can be your own Isaac Newton with this stuff. And really what that is, there's the action of the movement, right? The law of motion. But then there's that opposite reaction with it as well. So that's kind of the same idea, maybe, as what I'm doing here, is we're looking for the negative side of everything, and then we're going to fill it with that positive side. So that's the idea with it here. And let's just take an example with the elbow that you identified with that previous meditation, that it needs heat. Okay, so this area, it aches all the time, but it's always kind of cold. Well, what we're going to do, two things with it. One is we can put heating pads on it to actually warm it up, to help with that area. And then we can also, I like to use the physical aspects of putting a heating pad on it to kind of shift my brain into thinking, oh, this is what it feels like when it's warm. This is what it's meant to be like. So that way, when you don't have the heating pad with you, you can go back into your head and say, I need warmth in my elbow right now. Okay, so it kind of compounds. It's almost like when you physically do it, then you just get your mind and your body over that hump of, yes, I know what that feels like now, so I can duplicate that action in my head, and then thus warming up my elbow. Okay, so I'm trying to think of another really good example for you of an area. Okay, so let's take it back to the car accident thing with that. Okay, so you were hit by, let's say, we're going to pretend you were hit by a car, your elbow got injured, and it was a blue car. So every time you see, sorry, I have a B in front of me this time, every time you see blue, your mind and body kind of goes into that pain response with it. So we're going to kind of shift your mind, and I think we're going to wait a minute. Helicopters tend to be the only ones, and the fire spotting planes that fly directly over my house. Otherwise, we don't have a problem with planes. That was a helicopter. Anyway, so we're going to retrain your mind. Instead of blue being associated with, I was injured, let's put in there something that is positive. So every time that you see the color blue, instead of pain, you're going to associate with calm. Okay, so we're going to do something like that with the next meditation. So whatever it is that you've identified that you need with it on that negative side, we're going to put the positive back in with that. Okay, so for this example, what we'll do is we'll see that go back to a place where the color blue was associated with happiness or calm or anything like that. Normally the best one is to look up at the sky and see that beautiful blue sky. You can envision just little bits of floating clouds going by, but I know it sounds super simple and it sounds like it's not going to work, but it is one of those things that can happen just like this, and it can sound sometimes a little bit like, yeah, right, whatever. But if you put your focus on that, I mean, really, why would you want to always be thinking of pain? That's the way I look at it. Why do you want to do that? Does that make sense at all? Why not at least use your mind, your conscious mind, and even a little bit with your subconscious mind, and bring about a more peaceful, calm life filled, free of pain? To me, that's the one that makes more sense. So these are just simple little things to do for that, okay? That you have the power to do. You can do that. So let's just we're going to do 2 more meditations now with this, and let's do this one to find what it is that will make you, that's the opposite of that pain, okay? Let's find the happy, feel good side of this, okay? So if it is for a color, then what's the positive side with a color? If it needs heat, then envision that in there, whatever the opposite is, okay? That's where we're gonna go. Okay, so another little meditation. Connecting in with those trees. Breathing deep within your own body. Taking a deep breath, slowly opening your eyes. Hello again. So we have something really positive we can put in there now, right? Maybe you've already done that. Put that positive aspect in there, and let's amplify that. Let's really make that be, a huge aspect of our being, so that it's all positive. Is it gonna hurt? Nope, not at all. It's not. So pull that positive side into it. Shift your reality. Okay, so we always go through and do some affirmations as well. And with this one, I always try and keep them as broad as possible, and that might not work for you as well with this. It might. I don't know. I'm gonna go through and give them to you anyway because I do think that they're helpful in that broad sense. But as always, if you need to change them for exactly what's going on for you, then please do so. Not a problem at all. I know with our last meditation on pain, we did the popping of the balloon and let everything go. If you need to do that one as well and bring these two pieces together. That can be a very, very empowering thing to do. So you would just go through and put on the negative into the balloon, pop that balloon, let that go out into the universe because it's just energy, and then it will be recycled and used by the trees. And then for us, we've released those physical constraints that we have put upon ourselves, and they're gone. And now we're going to put in that positiveness. And again, with the example for elbow, we're going to put heat in there, and that way it's going to move freely. So that's where we're going to go. Okay, you keep compounding upon all of that for yourself. I'm going to go through and do the meditation with you, but we're also going to pull in some of those actionable affirmations for you to do. And then you'll have a few different ways you can help with that. You can use the balloon technique, let everything go, but I do want you to really start putting in positive thought processes for everything so it doesn't just come back. That area wants to be filled with beauty and your innate natural beauty, the power of your mind, of how you can actually do this, but make it actionable. Just saying something is not as actionable as saying something with, say, putting heat on there, and now this is the time that I am going to heal my elbow with heat and with the power of my mind as well. Okay, make it actionable. Very, very, very important with all of this as well. Okay, so that's enough about that. I'm going to go through and read your affirmations, and you are going to make it actionable by pulling that into your conscious mind and also into your subconscious mind, and to shift all of this into your new reality of living pain-free. Okay? So close your eyes. Taking a deep breath, connecting into your subconscious. Again, you can even take it into that superconscious aspect, that subconscious part of you that knows that you are powerful, and that is easy for you to release this pain and to replace it with loving care for yourself. And knowing that when you see the color blue, your entire being is filled with calm. When you see the color blue, your entire being is filled with calm. You trust in the healing powers of your unconscious mind. are filled with the benefits of a freely moving body. You are filled with the benefits of a freely moving body. When you see the color blue, your entire being is filled with calm. You trust in the healing powers of your unconscious mind. You are filled with the benefits of a freely moving body. And taking a deep breath and releasing that, releasing any residual bits of pains in your body. And I just wanted to take a quick moment and thank you for me, because with this meditation I just got some really big insight into my own areas that I can unfortunately hold on to a bit of pain with, and I just realized what they needed, and it was super simple. Silly me, who knows? But it happens that way as well. So I just wanted to share that with you, that thank you for being a part of this, and thank you for being you, especially. That is, it's such a gift to know you and to be a part of this with you. And thank you so much for loving trees and for caring for them. We all need them. They need our help right now, and thank you for your beauty. So we're going to close this meditation now and take one more deep breath, and then release all of that and fill yourself with this new sense of well-being and comfort for your body. And I'm gonna go. So much love. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Bye.